U.S. confirms 2 high-profile ISIS targets killed in retaliatory strike in Afghanistan.
Here's a summary of the article.
The United States is now able to confirm that 2 high-profile Islamic State leaders in Afghanistan who allegedly played a role in planning the deadly attack at Kabul's Hamid Karzai International Airport earlier this week have been killed in a U.S. military retaliatory airstrike, Army Major General William Taylor said Saturday morning. A third target was reportedly wounded, and there are reportedly no known civilian casualties. The military first indicated they had killed an extremist leader in the strike on Friday, but more information has apparently come in since then. Taylor also said the U.S. will continue to have the ability to defend ourselves and to leverage the over-the-horizon capability to conduct counter-terrorism operations as needed in Afghanistan. The strike has raised questions over whether the U.S. and the Taliban, which considers ISIS an enemy but is still viewed by Washington as a terrorist organization in its own right, will technically become partners or at least coordinate in this regard. That could be a tricky situation for both sides, especially when it comes to public messaging, and one that likely does not come without significant risks for the U.S.
This post received a score of 6,500, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Even if 2 super important high-profile ISIS targets were killed, it all feels pretty moot due to this.
It's paywalled. Got a summary. They knew I could hear them bragging about how many Americans they'd managed to kill, or how many RPGs they'd procured, or when and where they were going to place an IED. But amid all that hearing, I hadn't been listening. When they went home, it would be to the next village over, not 6,000 miles away. Because when it was too cold to jihad, that IED still got planted. No matter what we did, where we went, or how many of them we killed, they came back. Sigh. Yeah.
If they are so high profile, can we get some names in the media so we know it wasn't just a couple of goat herders in a truck? Put the names out there, put some fear in their allies.
We can't. This is likely propaganda.
We live in a time where ISIS can communicate with the world. If it was propaganda, they'd be all over it and using it as a way to strengthen their cause. Yet they are silent about it.
Maybe they got the only guy with the Twitter password.
Don't really care if they got high-profile targets or not. Just say we did and let's get the fuck out of Afghanistan.
Edit. Afghanistan peace agreement.
So the Taliban already broke the agreement.
Just dropping this. NoOneLeft.org is helping with rescues if anyone wants to learn more. Edit. Last comment got removed.
Nothing screams high profile like no-name people nobody has ever heard of. Especially when they'll just be replaced tomorrow. Way to go.
Sue, do nothing then?
Yes. Honestly, the best option.
Oh, is that time of the year again?
Was it the number 2 guy in Al-Qaeda? Because we've been killing that guy for the past 20 years, apparently.
And ISIS have proven time and time again, killing their high-profile targets stops nothing. This is just U.S. propaganda. Try make Americans feel a bit better after the bombings.
I don't know. ISIS has been reduced in size and strength tremendously. It is hard to say which tactics have been the most effective, but I think it is harder to say taking out high-profile targets has not helped in the effort at all. For all we know, they fired a missile from a drone and hit some random guy just so they could say they conducted a drone strike.
Could be, but in past instances where we bombed civilians with drones, there's people pissed off and news articles within a day or two. Not saying it's not possible, but I think we would have heard about it by now.
Does any of this matter? I remember the big dust-up years ago about killing a top ISIS agent. Yeah, that seems to have gone well. I bet at this point the US just sends a missile and kills someone and injures innocent people around and claims that they killed a high-profile target. This war was a fucking joke and a crime. If this downfall of the US happens, this war was the reason. Fuck George W. Bush.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.